Hi, I'm Duncan Riak. Welcome to watching my videos about all the stories that I have about my life. I bet you love them. I bet you love my big beard, and I love my big muscles.
Almost got a Duncan.
If you find yourself struggling with thinking that darts around and it's very hard to stay focused on one thing for any period of time, then I'm going to suggest a possible thing that's happening and a possible way that you could work on improving your experience. So the thing is that as the mind is thinking down a certain track, what may be happening is that you hit a point where there's a thought that raises an unpleasant sensation in your body, an unpleasant feeling, and there may be an habitual response to that, which is to jump to a completely different thought process and then follow down that thought process until you hit a bump again, and then habitually jump from that to another thought process. If that resonates with you, I'm going to suggest a potential way of increasing the quality of your life around this and deepening your experience of life. What I would invite you to do is to notice the moment where your mind changes direction, changes to a different track. Look at that moment, experience that moment, and try to dilate the time there in that moment. Try to really experience it in more and more detail so that you can see and experience what's happening in that moment and start to enjoy that moment. And over time, you can keep practicing doing that and increasing the time you spend there. And what you'll find is in that moment, there's such a richness, there's such an enjoyable richness in that moment. As you practice and you're able to make those moments take longer and longer, you'll find that you'll actually want to live more and more in those moments, because in those moments is so much richness, so much emotion, so much feeling in your body, so much enjoyable depth of experience. And you'll start to get really good at being in those moments. You'll notice when you go into them, you'll be able to slow right down and experience them really richly and deeply. As you pass through that moment, you'll find that you have more and more ability to choose where you go next. So instead of going into that moment and then popping out somewhere else, you'll find that you can go into that moment, enjoy it, savor it like a really good meal, and then you can make a conscious choice about where you want to go next, where your conscious awareness is going to move next. You'll have conscious choice and you'll have more ability to direct your experience. I hope that helps.
Did you love the way that I am on camera? Come back and watch more videos about me.